Hello everyone, welcome to the Aquarium Co-op retail store. Meet Murphy. Let me take you over. Murphy's a Maboo puffer. He lives in the 360-gallon tank with all of these guppies. He doesn't eat them, those aren't food. He eats clams, as you can see over here. Tons of clam shells and snail shells. So that's what he does. This tank, as you can see, goes 4 feet front to back. We need to do a little bit of a trim in there, but he just had a big meal. If you want to see him eat, check out the videos on the web, or not the website, but on the YouTube channel. So that's the main attraction here at the store. Then we've got some other little aquascaping bits. This is a 93-gallon Marineland cube. We set it up for low light. That's what these are here. Some employees put here for some accent lighting to bring the colors out on the fish. But we've got some pogo stemon, rectus up front, slowly growing out a carpet of crypt parva. There's some crypts in there. As you can see, we've got Crypt spiralis, we've got Crypt Florida Sunset, we've got Anubias Dana Petite back there, and we've got pothos growing up and out as well. So back from afar, kind of looks nice with the cascade of dragonstone going up the back there. As you can see, we breed some bristlenose in here. There's green neons, there's Odessa barbs, swordtails, rainbow fish. We don't inject any CO2 in here. Just our easy green fertilizers, all we're using, and keeping it easy. So let's take a span here. Retail store, quarantine room. That's where we quarantine the fish that come in. Everything's individually filtered, so they each have their own sponge filter. They all get 50% water change every day, and once fish are healthy, they come back out. Putting something on hold, a bunch of lights for someone. Over here we've got another display. This is just another easy 75-gallon tank. One of the easiest displays you can make that always looks good is a bunch of neon tetras with green plants. And then you can kind of get into some like, oh, what's going on over here? You know, we've got a little bit of corridors going on, stir-bys. You got the fan shrimp right in front of the power head. If I can get the zoom in, not on the tetras back there. Oh. Well, anyway, you've got the fan shrimp, the bamboo shrimp back there. Then you've got some other things like the pencil fish, and everyone always sees those because the blue fish that, you know, take the spotlight. Got a gourami running around there. Got a micrantha lily. Got some bacopa in the back to add some flavor. We only have one of the 2 lights on. We can actually kick this light on because it's late at night. We kick that on. Oh, we've got it turned down. And I don't have the app because I'm not managing the store anymore. But that's another one of the display tanks there. If you take a look through here, we've got kind of the nano section. So in here we'd have cherry shrimp, which we're low on. And we've got Danio-erythromicron. They hang out in the weeds back there. They're very shy fish. But we've also got the Werneri, or the threadfin rainbows. Over here we've got a lot of celestial pearl Danios. Got the dragon longfin, green dragons. Some buse plants on wood. Next up over here, we've got assassin snails. You can see right there. Some orange shrimp. We've got a betta living in here, and some endlers. Are these the lime green endlers? Yep, lime green ones. Next up after that, we've got Brigitae rasboras. They get nice and red and look great. And with the pygmy loaches, we've also got some freshwater bumblebee gobies. We've got the longfin super red bristlenose back there. Next up, we've got the armored shrimp, or the blue wood shrimp. And we've got some pygmy spotted rasboras hogging the camera up front with some panda guppies. The male's right back there. And then you can see we've got some blue velvet shrimp running around mixed with some scarlet batis. If we go up above, we've got a bunch of Amazon puffers in stock at the moment. They're just buzzing around. Next up, we've got the clouded archers. These are the true freshwater archer, like are in the 800-gallon. We've got Congo tetras, both normal, so all the males get the color, females not so much. And then we've got albinos as well, so that's super cool. Next up, we've got the Tenopoma leaf fish. One of my favorites. I'm gonna have to get these at home. They're an ambush predator. They're living with these ambush predators, the butterfly, African butterfly fish. And there's an albino bicher sneaking his way through the back. And if you look behind, that is a black, or not a black ghost knife, but a African brown knife. Over here, we've got a little Maboo puffer hanging out. Need to get some weight on him. He came in skinny. Been deworming him. What do we got down low? Down low we've got some plants, and we've got Saswasser tang with white clouds. Then we've got the longfin white clouds over here, which are super cool. I need to get those out in the pond. Then we've got Vietnamese white clouds, and then we've got golden white clouds. So kind of the white clouds section, this is what we sell to people that don't want to heat their tank or have a very small tank, that type of thing. What is that fish? I don't know this fish. It's like a Wawase rice fish, but it's like super colored, like dark. Interesting. I'll have to ask my store manager, like, where'd that come from? Down here we've got some Discus and some Pandagaras. Discus just doing what they do, looking cool. All right, let's spin around here. This is the main sales floor out here, and so you can kind of see it spans 42 tanks. And if we ever have a sick tank, like this one right here, lights out, means it's sick. I don't know what's going on. Let's turn the light on and take a look. I don't see any ick, so maybe we're getting through something. I don't know what's going on, but it's got a bunch of Corridoras, Sturbis, Rummy Nose, and Orange Flash Apistos. So never good when you get a tank full of sickness, because that's just a lot of money and a lot of lives at risk. But let's take a look kind of down here. Got a bunch of neon tetras hanging out with albino Corridoras. Next up, we've got a breeding pair of bristlenose, and you can see some of the babies right there. So these are looking, we sell them for 50 bucks for the proven pair, and they're living with some gobies. Next up, we've got kind of some assorted blue angels mixed with Bolivian rams, mixed with Rasbora hets. Next up, we got the tank of cardinal tetras with the rams we buy from Dean. They're always looking good and wanting to spawn. Could be a pair right there. But keep them hot. Most people don't keep the rams hot enough. 85 is what we keep them at. And they do so much better. Well, I suppose at the moment we only have them at 83. But that's because it's really hot out and the tank is going to be hotter than that. Down below we got a bunch of emerald green brocas. These are a corridor that get a little bit bigger. And then a bunch of longfin bristlenose. Paradise fish. Always a fun one to put outside for the summer. We got some honey gouramis. Next up we've got the green fire tetra. These guys look really good once they color up. So when you're playing a tank, that hint of red really looks good. Got a pistos in there, got a little chocolate gourami. What else we got? Oh, just some Julii cories. After that, we've got some Apisto, trifasciata, or no, not trifasciata, Agassizii, double reds, mixed with the neon dwarf rainbows. Up top, we've got the dwarf water lettuce. It's a good plant if you can get it locally. It's really hard to ship, so we don't ship it. Got a bunch of panda corridoras down low. We've got a horde of dwarf chain loaches. I should take a bunch of these home and do a tank because I love them. Mixed with the lemon tetras and some angels. Next up, we've got the all red tank, pretty much. Sunset gouramis, or thick lip gouramis, ember tetras. Got some zebra loaches in the back there, and some cobra firetail guppies. A mixed assorted guppy tank. We gotta keep two going because we sell so many of them. And then we've got some strawberry bettas in here, maybe. I don't see any. Oh, yep, they're right back there hiding. If I can zoom in on them. Mixed up with some golden guppies with the Loretta tetras. And we've got some Weitzmanni cories that just ran around the pot there. This is some of the bigger Java fern, the large we sell. We've got Friccata rainbows up top here with some orange hatchet danios. Then we've got a bunch of Odessa barbs mixed with Danio chorpre, or the glow light danio. We've got a Shodenai puffer living with the betta. Oh no. And then a bunch of cherry barbs. And then what else do we get? I feel like we do this all the time. Let me find something else we don't show all that often. Let's go to the front. Although I don't think the lights are on because it's late. Let me see if I can get these lights on. I'll take you through these tanks. All right, up front we've got a Cardinal Tetra 40 breeder. Kind of got reset with the the Dragon Stone, and we put a few plants in there, but really no one's had time. We've been growing so much on the shipping side to dedicate time. Maybe I've been meaning to get in here and scape these, but you can see here, if it zoom, there we go. Cardinal Tetras, Autos, Amano Shrimp, Nerite Snails, Micro Sword, and Eco Complete. I don't think we have the Micro Sword in there anymore. It's all Dwarf Sag. We used to have it be Dwarf Sag when I was taking care of the tank. I liked it like that. Over here, we've got a bunch of Liberty Mollies. And then it looks like some kid wiped his nose on my tank. Like, that's gross. I'm going to wipe that off. It's mixed with the striped headstanders, something you don't see every day. Up top, we've got the lemon and apricot goldfish. I don't know if that'll come through in color, but they're a much, much lighter, like yellowish color instead of a green, or not green, instead of an orange. Over here, we've got kind of mishmash of rainbow fish. We've got turquoise, we've got kamaka, we've got Irian red. We've got a couple of warus in there. And then we've got this big pothos that was growing out, but the goldfish have ravaged the roots. The one coming out of this tank, so this tank has it in there, goes all the way up, down, all the way to the bottom, and then back up and across the tank, and then here's where it's growing out so far. So we'll keep leading around the store. We used to have one that went all the way around the store. Next up, we've got roseline sharks, just a bunch of those with Vallisneria and a few angels. And down low, this tank is, kind of a labor of love because we're not injecting any CO2, so it's taking forever to carpet with the glossostigma. Really taking a long time, but we're, trying to make it so we can prove to people you can do this without having to inject CO2. It can be done. We've got a lot of ember tetras in there and a snail or two. And we've got this air stone we got going on in there. That's the new lava rock air stone where air just goes into it and it comes out of the lava rock. So, all right, well, let's take a quick look in the warehouse. All right, so now we're in warehouse number 2, as we call it. We're kind of working on it. It's the first warehouse we ever had before we got the bigger one. Now we're redoing it because we ran out of room. And so there's lots of stuff in here, like we store gravel and frozen foods and rock packs and that kind of stuff. We got the photo booth where we take pictures of, everything for you guys that we sell. But then we've got, like these are all the excess shirts in addition to when we go see the other ones. We've got tons of sponge pads and all that kind of stuff that we just brought in from the cargo container from China. Lots of rock, or I think, bio rings. Lots of Ceru stone. This is all the Ceru stone we come through and we dig through it and make cool stuff. Like, look at this one. Like, that's a pretty cool piece, right? Like, you get this, you stand it. How's it gonna look cool here? I would get it to stand up like that is how I would use it, but there's lots and lots of cool stuff that we just dig through all the time. We just put pieces together and, so even the bulk stuff, normally we just grab stuff. Like, even that's cool. But, so we've got all that. We still got to bring in a whole ton of dragonstone. Look at this piece right here. This one's one of the next ones to be put into the photo chamber. But that's what all these are. We just start taking them out. You start looking to get stuff that'll go together. Like, you don't want to put just 3 flat pieces together. You want to put something where you could stack, like maybe something like this has that flat piece on it. So it's got all the character on this side. You stack it. You stack another one on the other side. And then you get, so you see how it's got this striations? Like, it would blend in if it's built that way. So we try to put that kind of stuff together. That's a cool one. But yeah, and then there's lots of dragonstone. This is the leftover from the last shipment, and it's a lot of our bigger pieces. So we've got a lot of big pieces because people were asking for big pieces. And then you've got stuff like this where it's all, what you see is what you get. So this would be Ceru Stone 34. If you're on the website, you could buy that one. 23, 30, 32, 26. And this is all wood, and we've got lots of it. And, we sell it about as fast as we can make it. Like, might have to dedicate someone to just doing that full time, which seems crazy to me. But let's go over to you know, the new warehouse, if you will, and take a peek, and we'll call it a day. All right, we're in the warehouse, the shipping warehouse now, and they didn't know I was coming, so they didn't get a chance to clean up or anything. So this is how the warehouse looks every day. But we've got 3 packing stations. You got the one over here, one here, and the third one we put in for the last sale we ran, and boy, how did we need it. You can see we ship a lot of plants, and you'll know that because those are all paper towels, and we wrap every plant in paper towels. So we've got all of these tanks filled with plants, and we're really low since we did all the big sales, but you can see here there's Lutea, we've got Wendeti. So you can see here, this Wendeti hasn't like melted and come back. This one, or these ones have. So much better leaf structure. Lots of dwarf lilies, looking good. You can see we've got a bunch of swords down there, and you know, really just tons of stuff everywhere. Not tons, because we usually have more, but there's Italian Val down there, chain sword, lots of Mayaka up here, and it's looking real good. Lots of Star Guinea Repens. So this is what it comes in right away, where it's kind of leggy and immerse grown, and we convert it over here where it's much more shorter and compact. You see the difference? Big, small. So that's the difference of what we're doing. Over here we've got some pearl weed. Let me see if I can turn this light on. Normally they're on timers. Crank it up there for you. We got pearl weed ready to ship out. We got some Hygrophila pinnatophyta. We don't sell that online. I think it's just in store. We run it all off the sump here. We auto dose ferts in. See down here we've got some crinums and some microsword. Over here is kind of the water sprite factory. And again, another 16 tanks, 16 40 breeders, set up on CO2 injection with auto dosing. That's what all those are up there. And so if you guys are wondering what the secret sauce is, we use Easy Green, Easy Iron, and Flourish Advance. That's our secret sauce. Lots of Java Fern going in through here and down here. You've got Anubias Golden. You see those lighter color leaves? That's where it gets the golden name from. Then we've got Golden Coin, and the Golden Coin has round leaves. Let me see if I can grab one out here and show you. Whoa, there we go. Nice and big again. But you see how the leaves are nice and round? That's the Golden Coin. Anubias Nana Petite in here, mixed with Miramo moss balls. Got the duckweed system, so we got a lot of duckweed in here. Yeah, we actually sell it. And we have a staging tank back here so we can get it super healthy. Lots of goldfish enthusiasts, or if we got a goldfish that really need to eat, we'll make use of this. So we've got, you know, big tote of Daphnia. I never thought I would ever set up a tote for Daphnia. Down here we've got Bacopa, and then through here, this is just the madness. So let's take a look. Ooh, I'm grabbing one of the new hats. So the new hats, I haven't even put on the website yet, but I will. The red hotness to match the red shirt, right? Like I'm wearing the red shirt. So we've got that. So I'm going to be taking one of those. But we've got all the shirts, you know, so all the Aquarium Co-op shirts, both the puffer and the goldfish. And this is the back stock, if you know, or not the back stock, but we saw over there was the back stock. So that's after it overflows here. You can see there's like mediums. There's tons of shirts, and we have another box of mediums still because we buy in mass quantity. But then you got kind of like some flake food, some cobalt, New Life Spectrum, and then we've got the spirulina, which is a cool food. Odds and ends. Here's some cool rocks that one of the employees wants to take home. You know, some cerulean stone while they're packing. They go, ooh, I need a couple of pieces. I don't know, I think there's some cooler pieces over there, but then you run into bug bites, and then over here is kind of like Rapashi section. And then, well, just lots of Hikari, all that kind of stuff. Up top, you can see we've got tons of the big jugs of Rapashi food. The gold, the super gold, if you have goldfish, is amazing. Lots of lights. And we're redoing, so we keep evolving as we learn what's selling better and that kind of stuff. We start pre-bagging, so everything we send out that's a liquid gets bagged. So if it was to leak for somehow, if something falls under that package, damages it, then it'll stay in this bag, hopefully. So lots of liquids here, a lot of CCAM stuff. My favorite dechlorinator here, which is the ultimate. Wonder shells. You can see the backstock of Icex. We sell an insane amount of Icex, right? We also sell an insane amount of erythromycin and general cure. We've got it in 3 or 4 places because we have to store it everywhere. You can see all the Icex are ready to go. If you buy the quarantine trio, you get the free pipette with it, right down there. Lots of just check valves and that kind of stuff. And We're actually understocked from the big sale. We got to restock. Like normally we wouldn't have empty spots like this. So yeah, like that, you know, all that'll be coming in. We sold a ton of that stuff, but yeah, that's what it, you know, a day in the life of being at the store, I guess. Let me know what you guys want to see down in the comments below. So if you guys are like, oh man, next time show me the auto water change system, or next time show me how you're doing power, because we did a bunch of cool stuff like that. You know, when we first opened the store, we set up all that kind of stuff. Everything's on GFI. There's, you know, so if you're into that kind of stuff, we can show you. By the way, the coffee mugs are here. Yeah, I think that's about it. You know, besides showing you boxes, and I'm sure there's cool stuff to show, but that's why I invite people over and let them film it, so that way they can find the cooler stuff than I can. You know, so yeah. Let's see, what video do I want you to watch next? I want you to watch. I want you to watch the, let's see, the Daily Dose playlist. If you're new to the channel in the last 6 months, used to be for a while I did a video every single day, and you kind of saw me working in here a lot. You saw me building the fish room at home and that kind of stuff. So that's a whole long playlist. Kind of watch one a night. You'll get through it's like 60 or 70 episodes, and that'll kind of catch you up on what's been going on at the Aquarium Co-op if you so enjoy. I mean, you made it to this point, so clearly, you know, you must have liked it a little bit. But thank you guys for the support. Couldn't have built all this without you, and we'll see you in the next one.